Morning. Today we are going to start with the topic consideration. It's very important in contract law. Okay, it is quid pro quo, that is something for something. What jurists believe that in a contract, if there is something which a person can get, both persons can get, then both will have an intention to fulfill it. If it is a gratuitous, then it may happen that because of the human nature, the person may feel that he is not getting anything. Therefore, he will not think of performing it. Therefore, quid pro quo is very essential, that is something for something. Okay. Now, what Pollock is telling, consideration is the price for which the promise of the other is bought. I am selling my house to you. You are paying me the money. You are paying me the money for the house. Means you are giving me money for the consideration of house. And for me, money is the consideration. I am giving you the house for money. Okay. Therefore, what is consideration? Consideration is the price for which the promise of the other is bought, and the promise thus given for the value which is enforceable. We are discussing here contract. Therefore, it is enforceable in law, isn't it? Now, what can be a consideration? It can be a valuable in the eyes of the concerned person. Therefore, it can be a right, it can be an interest, it can be a benefit, it can be a profit, it can be detriment also, it can be forbearance also, it can be a responsibility and obligation also. What a other person is agreeing for. He may agree for a positive thing, he may agree for a negative thing. For him, that will be the consideration. Okay. Now, what Justice Patterson is telling, consideration means something which is of some value in the eyes of law. It may be some benefit to the plaintiff, while it can be a detriment to the defendant. But it should be of some value in the eyes of law. It does not mean it should be in a form of a money only. It should be anything which the other person feels that okay, I will perform the contract because I am getting something. Okay. Therefore, quid pro quo, that is something for something. Now, Indian Contract Act section 2D is defining consideration. It is a long definition. We will divide into 3 parts. Okay. So that we will analyze it. We will come to know the concept of consideration by doing that. What is consideration? Section 2D is telling, when at the desire of the promisor. The person who gives the promise is called as promisor, and the person to whom the promise is given is called as a promisee. So at the desire of the promisor, the promisee, that is the other person, the promisee or any other person has done or abstained from doing, or does or abstains from doing, or promises to do or to abstain from doing something, such act or abstinence or promise is called as consideration for the promise. Okay. Now, what is the first part? That it should move from the desire of the promisor. Means if the house is mine, I want to sell the house to you, the offer should come from me. The house as a consideration for you should move from me. On somebody else can't say that he wishes to sell my house to you. He can't do that because he is not the owner and neither he is authorized to do so, isn't it? Therefore, if it is my house, then I am the promisor to promise you that, or you can say promise you, or to give you a proposal that I want to sell my house to you. Therefore, consideration should move always from the promisor. Okay, now I have given you the proposal, that is from me the consideration is going to move, that is the house, and you have accepted, means money as a consideration can come from you to me, or somebody else also can give the consideration for me. Therefore, what is the other part? The promisee, that is you. The promisee or any other person has done or abstained from doing. Therefore, the money can come from you, or you may take a loan, the bank may pay me directly, or somebody else on your behalf can also pay me. The main thing is what? I should get the money, isn't it? For my house. Therefore, consideration, that is, in this example, it is a house, should move from the desire of the promisor. money is a consideration which you are going to pay me. It can move from you or somebody else. Okay, now the other part is what? Has done or abstain from doing, does or abstain from doing, or promises to do. Therefore it is past, present and future. Therefore consideration can be either past, it can be present, or it can be future. I am promising you to give something in future. Okay, for that you are paying me some advance now. You are paying me the advance. I am getting the consideration today, but for the promise to be fulfilled in future. Therefore future consideration and also past consideration. At the particular time in future when I fulfill my promise, what happens? You have given me the advance previously, so that will be the past consideration. And today whatever you are promising me to do in future, or I am promising you to do something in future, that will be the future consideration. Okay, or we go in a mall, we go in a shop, we purchase something, we pay him immediately. That is a give and take policy, isn't it? Therefore present consideration. Consideration can be either past, it can be present, or it can be future, but consideration is necessary. It can be like doing of a thing or not doing of a thing. Like we took an example of the house which I am offering you. I wish, it means I am having an intention also, just not a wish. Okay, so I am giving you a clear intention, clear offer, clear proposal that I want to sell my house to you, and you are going to purchase it, isn't it? Therefore that is doing of a thing. I will give you my house. Okay, now we'll take an example of some negative thing. I will pay you 1 lakh rupees if you don't do something. If you don't do it, then I will pay. So it is a negative consideration, not doing. Therefore consideration can be either negative or it can be either positive. So we have analyzed the definition, isn't it? From that you can consider the legal rules or the legal essentials which are there for consideration. The first is what? It should move from the desire from the promisor. It can move from the promisee or any other person. Consideration can be either past, it can be present, or it can be future. Or the fourth is what? It can be either an act of positive, an act, or it can be abstinence also. That is, it can be negative also. These are the 4 essentials which we can get from the definition. Now when we see about like legal rules of consideration are there. If the legal rules are fulfilled, then it is called as a valid consideration, a legal consideration, and the contract can come into existence. Okay, we'll just repeat. First legal rule is what? Consideration should move from promisor. Second is consideration can move from promisee or any other person. It can be present, past or future. It can be doing of a thing or it can be not doing of a thing also. Okay, but consideration is required. 4 essentials are there. Fifth is what? Consideration is required, but it need not be adequate. Means it not be like at par with the other. I am giving you something of the same value, you have to give me something. It may not be there. If I am very much satisfied by any amount, then any amount or anything can be a consideration. Therefore in law, consideration must be there, but it need not be adequate. Something in return must be there. It should not be like an equal in value to something given. Court is not there to make or to repair the bad bargains. Court is going to just see whether there is consideration or not. That it is stated like a popcorn is being sold. Okay, now the seller is telling it is of 1 lakh. Okay, now if somebody is there for purchasing it, then let it happen. If there is no fraud, no misrepresentation, nothing is there, free consent is there, valid offer, valid acceptance is there, some consideration is required. Now see, when you go in auction when the people purchase the property, it is of very high value, because auction is taken only for that, so that the person should fetch more value, isn't it? You may think that it is an excessive amount, Why you are thinking like that? Because you are not paying it. The other person is well satisfied by purchasing that. Somebody's jacket, somebody's bat. If Sachin Tendulkar is signing the bat and that has been given in auction, you are going to purchase it at any amount, isn't it? You, in the sense, if the people who are very much fond of that, they will purchase it by giving any amount. Therefore, consideration need not be adequate. It should be there. Okay. Now, the sixth rule is what? It must be real. Something must be given and something must be taken. It should not be a illusion. Illusory consideration, uncertain consideration is not there or not seen as a proper consideration in law. Okay. Now, the last rule is what? It must not be illegal. It must not be illegal. That is what it is. It must be legal. It should not be opposed to public policy. It should not be immoral. Therefore, how the consideration should be there? Consideration should be moral, it should be legal, it should be lawful, and it should not be opposed to public policy. These are the legal rules of consideration. Consideration is must. Okay. Bye bye. See you in the next video.